Ever get this feeling like when you think of like Van Gogh, Beethoven, Hemingway, even,
Hmm.
it's like creative genius goes hand in hand with, I don't know, tumult.
Yeah, yeah.
These huge figures throughout history had these like intense highs and lows, maybe bipolar disorder. We're diving deep into that today.
Absolutely, yeah. Going way beyond just like the surface level stuff.
Right, using the stack of research you've got
Yeah.
to really unpack what's happening in the brain, how it impacts people's lives. And one thing that really struck me going through all this is how it challenges that whole it's all in their head thing.
Oh, for sure.
This isn't about willpower, right?
Right.
It's physiological, like real concrete.
Absolutely. And for the longest time, we didn't even look at it that way.
Yeah.
It's only been the last 20, 25 years that the biological aspect has gotten serious attention.
So, what's actually going on in the brain then? We always hear about neurotransmitters, but these articles hint at something more.
Yeah, it's more nuanced than just brain chemistry.
Hmm.
We now know that certain brain areas like the hippocampus,
Isn't that the memory one?
exactly, crucial for memory, emotional regulation, it actually shows physical differences in people with bipolar. One study even found that a smaller hippocampus
Oh, wow.
correlated with more severe manic episodes.
So it's actual structural differences. That's wild. And then on top of that, the research mentions hormones too.
You're right, it often gets missed.
Hmm.
Hormones are key. Those fluctuations, they massively impact mood. Sometimes bipolar even gets mistaken for a thyroid problem. Symptoms overlap.
Wow. Makes you realize how tricky diagnosis must be. And it's serious too. The WHO, they call bipolar the sixth leading cause of disability worldwide.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And the depression side of bipolar, that's where it hits hard. It's not just regular sadness, it can be completely debilitating.
And that leads us to treatment. Sounds like medication is the go-to, but often needs tweaking as someone navigates their own experience. But then anticonvulsants, those are for epilepsy.
Right. Seems odd at first, but some of those meds work for those extreme mood swings.
Hold on, what's the link between epilepsy and mood?
It's about how these medications change brain activity, the electrical impulses between neurons. In epilepsy, it stops seizures. With bipolar, it evens out those drastic mood shifts.
Like calming the electrical storm. Incredible.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive. It's eye-opening, to say the least. We've covered so much. Historical figures, how our brains work.
It's complex.
It is. So let's go back to those artists. Van Gogh, Beethoven, Hemingway. If we look at their work knowing about their potential bipolar disorder, does it hit different? For example, Starry Night, those swirling colors, that energy, does it take on new meaning? Something to think about.
Yeah, definitely.
And for our listeners, if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, don't stop here. There's a whole world of info out there about bipolar disorder, its effects on people, families, the latest treatments. Keep learning. It's fascinating and so important.